I'm going to be making a few different wire wrap pendants. I've got one person who has already ordered one, and then if anyone else wants one, I'll make them live. And I'll probably keep doing it until I'm out of orders, unless I get, like, overwhelmed completely or run out of rocks. That'd be shocking. Real quick, I'm gonna grab myself a Tylenol, because I'm gonna be sitting here for a minute. Now, while I'm at it, I'm gonna bring the whole damn bottle, make sure I got enough, just in case everybody and their dog wants a pendant. I'll make them. There we go. I even cleared off a bit of a space on the table. I've stopped lighting to keep it, like, super clean. It'll never happen. So, real quick, I'm gonna set me a reminder. Let a couple people know. And let myself know that in about, I don't know, an hour, I'm gonna want to plug in my phone, because I'm working on multiple perfection. Then all I gotta do is bring up the stream. I see I got a couple people. I don't know if anyone's chatting yet. Apologies. Getting the stream brought up so I can see the chat. Nope, no one so far. I guess I should put in how to snag one of these customs if you want one. Basically, same as always. I'll just invoice you if you haven't gotten something before. Email me. I'll pin that real quick. And then I will get started. Alright, so the first one I'll be wrapping today is this little crazy lace agate. I have one more of these. I have quite a few. If you're wanting me to make you one, just let me know. I can show you all the cabs I've got lined up for these ones. Basically, starting price is $25 for the ones I've got lined up. So, this wrap, the length of your wire isn't set in a particular length. It'll kind of depend on the size of your cab. I usually have a policy of going a little erring on the side of longer is better, because I'd rather cut off a little than get to the end and not be able to finish a pendant. However, I'm also short on copper, so... Hey, Joseph! Nice! Nice, nice, nice! Good luck! Half tutorial, half hangout, and half... Wow, these numbers aren't adding up. Half sales stream. If anyone wants one of these pendants made custom for them, I'm happy to do so in stream. They're $25. If not, it's no worries. I figured I could get a bunch of different stones or birds with one stone. How are you today, Melissa? Yeah. I always like my hangouts to be, like, kind of tutorial-esque. I am fairly passionate about how I want the channel to be a educational one, and thank you for sharing. I really do appreciate that. So first I'm gonna straighten my wires using my absolutely massacred nylons. Also, thank you to whoever hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that, especially since I hadn't even gotten started. I really need to get a new set of heads, or just next time I am near where I could get a new pair of these. Did I start talking to myself again? Thank you, Melissa. I really appreciate that. And then, so I'm using 20 gauge square wire. This is copper wire. And then I'll snag a length of 20 gauge half round. Very versatile combination. It would be awesome if we get some more people dropping in, but if not, you know, it's all good. So I always make sure to start with lining up my wires so that the longest one is on an edge, which I'll now refer to as the back. Then I fold over. So how's your day going, Melissa? Right on, rockin'. Oh, I was just asking how your day's been so far. I was just texting Chris about this. Thank you. I appreciate you doing that. Make sure she gets a notification. So we all know how great YouTube is about that. So on my backside, I'm going to bend the wires up. And then hey, Chris. I don't believe so. I don't know, but the timing would be a little early for either of them. Greetings. How do I even pronounce that? I should make sure I'm in live chat too. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Plenty of wire. Good. Then hello, Jahik. I'm probably butchering that. Joseph, your package that'll be going out tomorrow has a couple more in there too. Actually, this week's packages have, I think, like 2 stones for quite a many people in a lot of those packages. Alrighty. Nice! The first time, too. Oh, wow, I got lucky there. What? Wait, what, Jenny? How are they getting eaten? Also, if anybody wants to snag one of these pendants for $25, I have a bunch of labradorites. Oh, that's weird. And not just labradorites, but other stones. And yeah, 25 pretty much on all of them. There's a couple in here that would actually be 20. And I've got some bigger ones that would be a little more, but kind of wanted to get a nice little selection so people could pick their stone if they wanted one. Yeah, YouTube can just be an asshole sometimes. Not yet, Melissa. Probably next week. I went and put all the ones that I had tumbled, or well, I shaped and tumbled back into the tumbler, which is why that video isn't out yet. I counted them today as I was switching them back over to the extreme polish grit. There's almost 70 cabs in the tumbler right now. I don't think all of them end up being sellable, but they're gonna be dope. I'm shocked I got it the first time. I never get them right the first time. That was why I stalled there for a second. Alright, so frame, I want just a little bit of space above the stone to work with. And then I make the bale. Now, there are multiple ways that I can do bales. This is just the quickest and the easiest, and it's, my goal was to figure out a design that would be as cheap as possible for people. We can't always have money to throw out on jewelry, so... Oh, neat, Joseph. That'd be fun. Huh. So YouTube is just being a pain in the butt then. It does happen. Go a little bit more. I can use that still. Of course the chat would freeze on a stream where I'm doing tutorials or, accepting questions and sales. That sounds about right for YouTube. I expect nothing less. Flawless. Most concerningly so. Alrighty. Then, going to cut these. Especially when you work in silver, it's like I keep all of them because at worst case scenario, I'll just melt them down and then use them in a ring or, pendant or something. For copper, I actually save my copper wire bits to make alloys. And I've also got this idea in my mind for some copper D20s. Ah, yes. Thank you. I appreciate the like button. It might have something to do with the phone or the temperature. Alright. So then, you kinda spread the wire a little bit. It's long been referred to as cage wrapping. Although there are, like, I almost want to say endless ways to do cage wrapping, because I know of channels that their channel is literally just cage wraps. New cage wrap every week. And I'm like, dang, you managed to put a spin on the same thing every week. That's got to take some talent. I know I can't. Heck, I can't even bring myself to stick to the same style that long. Okay. And then I just slowly wrap these . And after crisscrossing them, so, what am I missing? Hee. Hey, Rosie. Oh, that's no fun. That's hot. Solar is amazing. So, we've got the first crisscross going. Now, each time you do the crisscross, you want to start with the same wire. So, you can see this one was the first, and then this side crossed over it. So I'm going to go back over to the original side. And repeat that process. And as I continue, it'll give it a really neat woven look. That's nice. See, I live in a basement, so the fact that I don't have much AC, it could be worse. I don't even think I turned my AC unit on yet today. I'm trying to conserve on power. They're charging an arm and a leg anymore, and they already told me they wouldn't accept the one leg because it's defective. You know, like, my arms are important. Or, well, the hands attached to them are important, I guess. More of. Definitely stay in that shade, Rosie. And drink a lot of water out there. Gotta take care of yourself. Dang it. There's the first one, which I'm almost gonna say is kind of a pancake in a way, although it is a smaller stone, so shouldn't be all that surprised. I do have 24 gauge I could do for smaller ones. Hello, Jennifer. Alrighty. Well then, time for the next one. Melissa, we can, I'm sure we can arrange that at some point. Or, I mean, I could make one now and just hold it till then if you would like. Which labradorite one? There's a few labradorite here. Got options. The green and yellow one. I'm guessing you mean this? Ha! Okay. I wasn't sure because I only see a tiny picture and my light here sucks for showing stones. Melissa, I have no idea what type of stone this is. I just thought it was pretty and snagged it one day. So I wasn't sure if you could see what... Alright, Melissa. I got you. What I wouldn't give for my copper container right now to be right next to me. Unfortunately, it is not. So I will simply put those on hold. Mystery stone indeed. It's a pretty one though. I honestly do not know. It's semi-translucent. Actually, it's fairly translucent. And the blue color might be dyed in. I don't know. No idea. Yeah, this light has long been not good for said. I don't know if upping your resolution would help in this matter much with my lighting. Here. Then there was that piece of 20 gauge half round that I felt like I could get a little bit more use out of. I might be pushing it. I really might. I only need it to go around like 4 times roughly and give a little bit of extra. I think it'll do that. Do 1 extra for good measure. Get it nice and centered. Centered as I can, at least. That's about right. I don't know why my brain can't see symmetry, but can do that just fine. Like, WTF. I couldn't even some of the mysteries of life, I swear. What causes cosmic expansion? What force fuels entropy? Why can't I see symmetry? All of these questions have baffled philosophers for millennia. Oh, you're good, buddy. You're good. I hope you're having a blast out there. Hey, so... Symmetry. That's my black hole of wire wrapping. Let's see. That. Easy way. Then because me and Symmetry just I don't know, we got separated when I was really young, and I haven't seen Symmetry since. Jenny, you do scratch the wires. What I'll end up doing is putting a slight abrasive on some, but you just can't help but not scratch the wires. It still happens. I wish I had like a complicated wire wrap sitting around. Oh, I have one that I'm planning on taking apart at some point, I guess. Because, like, and you can't really see it in this one because I wasn't using as thick a wire, but there are scratches everywhere on that. Or... this one, almost unavoidable. And the pliers to keep from scratching things don't work that greatly. I found that's why I invested in polishing equipment and abrasives early on, because that bugged the hell out of me. It's also why within like 6 months I stopped using craft wire, because while craft wire is really pretty and allows you to achieve looks that, hell, you can't get anywhere else, it has drawbacks like scratching, and you can't polish it, or, you know, like a lot of my higher end wire wraps can be sent back to me, and for a, you know, small reasonable fee I can put a polish on them to make them close to new. I can't fix the stones, but I can put a decent bit of shine back on the silver, or even copper. It's just time consuming. I wasn't planning to put a bunch of time into the polish on these. Like I said, I was just trying to do some really affordable wire wraps. I figured, you know, but part of me's curious if, what would happen if I tumbled them? It would destroy the stones. I already know. So, bail. Easy way to do bails, or any type of coil, can just twist. And there are some really interesting ways to do this, too. Like the helicopter, which this isn't super, wouldn't work for. Damn, I might have to turn on my AC. See what happens when you talk shit? Next thing you know, you got sweat going down your forehead, and you're like, oh man, it wasn't that bad. I could see that, Soul. A lot of my wraps also use really thick wire, like, just to kind of compare. You can't shape this stuff without... I've actually used that dip stuff on pliers and then tried to shape this with it, and it just rips the stuff right off your pliers. I know it works better for these. Actually, that's why I do still use nylons, and you can tell how messed up they are, because you can do this, for instance. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty close. Wrap it a couple more times. I didn't give that dip stuff enough credit earlier on, though, because I had moved to the thicker wire so quickly. Where, like, looking back, I know now that for most wire wrapping purposes, the stuff works pretty good. It's not for the visions I had. Alrighty. What I wouldn't give for some 18 gauge. What am I missing? I apologize. Lady Diane, welcome. Sorry, chat's being so buggy today. YouTube is not working with me. Alright. And Melissa That's good. Glad it's working now. Indeed. Thank you, Melissa. I concur with that. I'll set it aside for you. Hey, Vicky. Hey, no worries. Honestly, it gave me a great chance to show an example of, how the process works. You picked a stone, and, yeah. So, also, you're a regular, and I trust you, so, regulars know I work with you when you've kind of gotten to that regular status, and I know I can count on you. Hey, Jeff. These, Vicky, they're flat-nosed from Zuron. I get them off of Rio Grande. They're not stupidly expensive, but they're a better brand than I'm slowly changing all of my pliers over to them as I can afford to. They're not as expensive as, say, these, or even freaking worse. Where are they? I have to rant about pliers. A subject I'm sure most wire wrappers can understand all too well. Here we go. Oh, I don't know the name brand of these, but they're that name brand that's like, this pair of pliers was $60. These are, gosh, I can't remember the name of this brand, but they're, no, I use, what's it called? Rio Grande. These are Lindstrom's, and they're not too bad, although I've noticed the slightly knocked off version that's not. I think these are Qualtech or something to that effect. They're really good and not as expensive as these two brands. I can't remember these ones. I think these are Lindstrom too. Like, both of these pairs were over $60, and I've had to bend the tips back in several times. Zurons are nice. They really are. In my experience, yes, and they're also cheaper. I'll have to put up a kind of a breakdown on pliers someday. Alrighty, so see here, Melinda, hello. Yes, files are also amazing. And bristle discs. These things, for a Dremel or something, can do a lot of magic. No fancy schmart. Okay, that's understandable. I was there at one point. I would always encourage people to experiment. Also, parallel action pliers, if you're getting into the thicker wire types, are a must. Anyway. No, they are not. Pliers are costly and can oftentimes be a waste of money. I've got a drawer full of them. Anybody want to snag one of these pendants? Any of these cabs down here, one of the pendants would be $25. Kinda got some examples of how they turn out. Just did that one for Melissa. You want me to do one on the red pendant? Or the red cab? The white one is a dragon's vein agate. If you would be getting a score right now to snag that in one of these pendants, because I know this cab was like $15 on itself, but I was just like I wanted something other than just labradorite, because I have a lot of pretty labradorite. I just don't have, you know, as wide of a variety as I would like to. Does she want... So she wants this one in one of these. Can do. It's a beautiful jasper too, I think. Might have been, no, I might be wrong. Sorry. That's one of the carnelian or red agates. A beautiful one to start with. Diane, if you would, I'd definitely let you check out the cab choice and get you next up in line. If I do it in silver wire, it's gonna more than double the price. Silver wire right now is absolutely ridiculous price-wise. I didn't think anybody would want to pay like $70 on one of these to have it done in silver. I can, I think. Let's see here. I probably have enough wire to do one in silver. $10-4? Try to move some of these around a bit so I can show off the different labradorite flashes. What's the 1/3 from the right on the bottom? I don't know for sure. I want to say a type of agate. Could be a type of petrified wood, but I don't know for sure. Got the crazy lace agate, the dragon's vein. I'm not sure what these two are. I picked those up at a like sale thing where they were just like selling a bunch of different stuff. Here, I could do a mini one. Well, that wouldn't really work in the same price category though. I'm trying to like, okay, moonstone. It's got much flash to it. Not really, but it's got a little bit. Oh, and whatever this is, too. Just the cab? $5. $25 for the wrap. Could be. Or at least in copper. 10-4. Set it aside, and if you want this one wrapped, I can do so. Do me a favor, and I've got it, my email pinned, a pinned comment. Please send me an email so that I can send you the invoice after the stream. Alrighty. Grab our wire. Wait, did I mistake? Purple, I don't, no, I don't have any purple fluorite. If you want the dragon cab, that would be $15. Vicky, I really wasn't planning to sell all these cabs as just cabs, though. Yeah, this one here, because I remember I paid $15 for that cab originally. Which, that's the only dragon veined agate that I have. Which one were you? And this here, I have no idea what that's called. The one that might be wood. 8. No, I don't. And although I don't know if it's wood or not. I really don't. Like, it kind of looks like it could be agate. No. So, Jeff, like I said, I wasn't planning on selling, like, any of these originally as just cabs. Like, the whole point of the stream was wrapping them, but Lady Diane, I would be happy to. It doesn't appear that anybody wants that one, and I'm pretty sure you did inquire about it first. Will do. Someday I would like to get my hands on a bunch or another large pack of these. They are really pretty. I've also got a pink one that is in my personal stash that is mind-numbing. And yeah, any of these that I don't end up doing in customs today, I have a friend who wants me to wrap a bunch of them for her booth. So I figured I would just give you all the first claim on them and use the wrapping as an easy tutorial for people. Although I also was like, it would be boring if we just had nothing but labradorite. Because, you know, like, labradorite's nice and all, but it's not the only stone in the world. It could be. Vicky, I think we're all lagging. I'm noticing I'm seeing, like, every time I look back over, not every time, but occasionally, there are messages in between messages that weren't there before. And people have also been saying since the beginning of the stream that they were having issues with the chat. Josh, welcome. How are you doing, buddy? Alrighty. Hey, Iris. Hey, Daniel. Got a live here soon, Josh? Just lurking away? Alright, so I'm gonna do 5. Actually, I'm gonna do 6 around the bottom. For this one, Jenny, I have no idea. I do know that this is the only time I've gotten one that I didn't suspect was heavily dyed. Not that I'm saying that it's not, but like, I wish I had that pink one nearby so I could show you how big of a, or like, the crazy coloring behind that one. But like, it's magenta pink. I totally know what you mean there, man. I oftentimes will pop into lives because I'm setting up my own. Let me know once you are getting close and all that, and I'll elevate you for a moment so you can drop your link. Just for simplicity's sake. It is really, they are pretty. They really are. No problem, bro. Alright, so we get the back part of the frame set up. Elevate for its height. Jesse! An orchid earring, huh? It's neat. Oh, I know what you mean there, Jenny. I really do. Especially trade names that are just meant to, like... So Dragon's Vein Agate is one of those things that I'm not even sure is actually... Like, I have no knowledge about them. Especially those pink and blue ones that are out of this world. But... It's kind of like them Galaxy Opals. Or reminds me of them Galaxy Opals. Where it took me, like, forever to realize that those were actually lab-grown. I didn't know that. Actually, I don't work with Jasper that often. Isn't Bumblebee Jasper just reconstituted? Normally they call it Dragon's Vein. Or at least that's the trade name I found it under. That ain't gonna be long enough. Can already tell. Instead of trying to snag some more in. Gonna de-wrap and start with the new piece. Oh wait, no, I've worked with Ocean Jasper too now that I think about it. But I always thought that that looked more like an agate to me. True enough, Jenny. actually. So a fair amount of these are stones that I have left over from my early time. And then I tried to sell them as unknowns. And that didn't go very well. And so I just decided today, like, since my friend was all about the me doing several of these, I was like, well, I'll do a stream and whatever. I'll wrap all of these, and then whatever people don't want for themselves as like a custom, I'll end up just sending to your booth for you. Get rid of some of these stones that have been sitting around for years now. Although, I seriously had thought about keeping this one because I like it. It's pretty. It really is. I don't care if I don't actually know what it is. I don't always have to. Well, I thank you. I don't often do simple wraps anymore. So just the right Huh. I didn't know that about Bumblebee Jasper either. Is that named after a band? Like, did they just find a rock? Hey, Josh. Uh, 3.5 years, roughly speaking. Getting close to 4 now, I guess. I don't feel like I've made a lot of progress in the last year. Although, at least at the same time in the last year, I've been focusing a lot on traditional, like, goldsmithing and stone setting. So I really can't be that upset that I haven't progressed a lot in wire wrapping. Because I've progressed in other things. I've got a little bit of skill. I'd be remiss to pretend otherwise. Oh, I'm not saying my work is bad. I feel like in my first year, I went a very long way. Actually, no. Oh, I sent it to Will. Dang. Well, that's okay, because I have another example still. So here's some of my early wraps from my first couple months. Except for this one over here that's done in solid gold. and with a super nice indicolate tourmaline, and I bought off of Mercari for $20. They didn't quite know what it was. I didn't know what it was at first either. I bought it for the tourmaline and wanting to deconstruct it. But like, that was 2.5 months in or so, maybe 3 months in. I've been used to growing quickly in wire wrapping, but this last year I've focused a lot on more traditional methods of jewelry making, and I've made some really beautiful stuff I'm proud of, very proud of. Well, why thank you, Jeff. Sometimes you have to, you know, you have to practice one skill instead of another, and you won't. I don't regret it necessarily, but I also wish I could grow more in my wire wrapping. Alrighty, got that. So there's our basic frame. Next, I think this will look better like that. Melting stuff. I did a lot of melting stuff, but those were just videos to get views. Also, melting stuff is just the first step of traditional. Why, thank you, Jennifer. How many of y'all saw my Instagram post yesterday showing my bracelet that I wore in public? I finally got a really good video of that. It felt quite epic. Well, thank you, Lady Diane. And I am almost finished with your pendant. Now I'm just doing the crisscrossing part of it. And Jeff, I can see that with some people. Everyone has their own style and taste, what they personally like. And I think that that's important to, wear what you want to wear that expresses who you are instead of wearing what will make you fit in. Be that, a beaded stone on paracord, which actually isn't super common. a wire wrap pendant, or, you know, can't tell you how many guys I've had to be like, no, it's totally okay for you to wear that ring. I don't care if it's got flowers. I like it, you like it, fuck the haters. I don't tuck all of the ends into the bail. Several of them, the last 4 I'll tuck down here. Heck, and then last night I was actually congratulating a girl that I saw on Reddit. She not only got her significant other's opinion on what kind of jewelry he likes, asked jewelers for advice, and was the one to pop the question. I was like, you're a bold one. Good for you. .20 gauge wire, Vicky. 20 gauge square and 20 gauge half round. Copper. And I just bought it as... You can buy 1 pound rolls from Rio Grande. They're probably a little more than $30 a pound now, but even at $30 a pound, that's a pretty good deal. Well spoken, Joseph. Wise words. It's my jewelry. I'll wear what I want to. Although a lot of people really are like in business settings, a lot of people really are terrified to wear jewelry that's, you know, unprofessional. So, like, I really can't wear that in the middle of a board meeting, and I'm, not really. Gonna play that game to me now. There we go. Now that I think about it, because someone had mentioned my stones, I'll do another one of these once all of mine get done polishing, and we'll do a first, like, people who want them in one of, like, a custom pendant like this will get first shot at them, just because I always like working with my own stones and I don't get the opportunity as much as I would like to. I said I use that same term for it too, Cindy, following, and, you know, leaders versus followers. Not that you can't wear traditional jewelry and be a leader. It's more of just being true to who you are. Also, Lady Diane, your pendant is complete. J and V, you notice I don't wear jewelry either. Like, I'll wear a pendant, but it's advertising. I don't even wear jewelry that much besides for advertising. I like making it. For me, it's the art. I can understand that. It's more fun to watch something be made or, you know, make it than to wear it. For me. Tomcat, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, Josh? Papa! Long time no see. I thought she just wanted it loose. Jeff, I just set them both aside so for you too. The questionable one, and then I think it's carnelian. Does she want it wrapped? I'll happily wrap it. In the pinned comment, I have my email. Send me an email and I will send you an invoice, or you can also just go to your PayPal and use said email, 25 plus 8, 33 will get it shipped to you. If you just want to, I actually appreciate when people do that too. It saves me time. Thank you. Thank you, Jahik. Kind of popping off in here. Vicky. Are you here, Vicky? see if I actually even have enough. Did you want this wrapped? You do? Okay. In copper? 10-4. Thank you, Lady Diane. It's all good. With how expensive silver is, I would be throwing a party if I was in your boat. Cause seriously, you can polish copper, and no problem, Vicky, I got you. You can polish copper up with a sunshine rag, and it will look just as good as, actually, sometimes better than when you open the package. It just takes maintenance. One second, brother. Go ahead and drop that link, Josh. Because I figure I'll be rapping until I'm either out of energy, out of stones, or no one's buying raps anymore. Although, you know, like, it's not a whichever comes first, it's just whenever one of them goes down. Stripe on the bottom, we can do. I agree with that. That's the way I would go to, Vicky. Because with the... Otherwise, you might get a piece of copper, like, really covering it. I'll try to keep that from happening. I'm gonna need to get another pound of copper one of these days. Josh, I've elevated you momentarily so you can share that link. Jenny, if you want to be super nice and just throw my stream on a, like, Roku stick and mute it or something after. Yes, Celestial reaches me. Or any of you, while you're over at Josh's stream, it really helps my analytics. I am 60 watch hours away right now from getting ad revenue, which isn't a lot, but, you know, every bit that I can get really helps. I've been working for years to get that ad revenue, even though I know it won't amount to much. But it will motivate me to put out more content. Josh, whatever you're doing, I'll promote you because I respect the effort and I don't know, I've liked your style since I first, like, met you on the YouTubes. It takes 4,000 hours of watch time in a year to get ad revenue. Or 10 million shorts views in 3 or 4 months. I literally got 99.9% of the way via shorts, and then watched it go down to 23% or something like that. It was kind of depressing. But over the last 6 months, I've watched my watch hours go way up. And honestly, that's way more impactful, I think, that people are wanting to watch my content rather than the algorithm is just showing people my content. Oh, and 1,000 subscribers. Which, by the way, I just broke 18,000 subscribers finally. Thank you, everybody, for your help on that. Oh, you have a giveaway going. I might as well. Well, I appreciate any and all viewing, and will do, J and V. And thank you for subscribing. And seriously, thanks guys just for, like, hanging out. I see the chat's really, like, popping off, and that's... Cindy! No reason for that to be depressing. I do have some playlists. I need to update them. Because I have one that's actually meant for people who just want to watch, like, have something going in the background where it's my long form stuff. Perfection. I know, Iris. I know. It's difficult to... Between all the other stuff I have to do to keep myself afloat and shit mental health, in all honesty, it can be really difficult to do upkeep on the channel. It definitely will help. Also, recently I put out a video that's based, I think it's called Car Advertisement. I did that for a buddy of mine who... He doesn't drive Uber exactly, but he basically is an Uber driver. And Ubers a lot of people back and forth from the airport. But it also, that plays off of my account, so I don't think I get watch hours from it. Otherwise, I'd be, like, set. No, Daniel, I only work for myself. I'm so I guess I was on disability up until for most of my life, up until about three. No, it's only been a year now. Um, I started this when I got off of the painkillers, and it was a hobby meant to keep me sober, and I fell in love with it. Originally, I just wanted to make enough to pay to keep doing it. However, I lost my disability because of how they count income. And so I had no choice but to make this a... Plus, it's not like my disability paid all the bills in the first place, so, you know. This is how I support myself 100%. Oh, that's... Man, that I respect that a lot. I'm getting really close. Very, very close. Actually, as a matter of fact, here, I'll show you real quick. We went from... Because my graphs have reversed. I literally got this bottom bar all the way up to like literally 99.9, where this bar was over here. And as this one went down kind of at the beginning of this year, this one started going up with my with the changes that I made to the channel, and we're almost there. I've got 400 hours. That ain't much. Ain't much at all. Getting close. And I'm excited. I'm sorry to hear that, Daniel. Yeah, I wasn't even an adult when they got me hooked. And I kind of ran with it and made as many poor choices as I could. In the last, 5-6 years, I've really tried to change who I am, and while I don't like much about what I see in society, I don't have any ill will towards it either, so I try to make my own path at this point. See you next time, buddy. I hope your stream goes great. Hey, Ken. And anybody who, if you scroll up a little bit, Josh's stream's linked up above. You're also welcome to stay here if you want, of course. I just, I ain't the only guy on YouTube. Really? What do you want? Vicky, there are multiple ways to tie the bail together, by the way. Hey, Chris. I'm doing my best. How are you? How's it going, Chris? And when you say I'm succeeding, I'm guessing you mean in changing who I am? I believe so. Judging from the fact that while I may be depressed a lot of the time, I at least don't hate myself anymore. Nah, you're all good, girl. We all got lives. I'll trade you some potato salad for a pendant. If only I could get it fresh. I wish. I really wish. Okay, so we want the line on the bottom side for this pendant. There's also that. It is nice to be working for myself. It's... I won't lie, it's kind of part of the process for not hating myself. I hate most corporations out there, and I find them to be absolutely unethical, and I do not believe the, like I've heard it a lot of times from people in jobs that I think are completely detestable of, well, I gotta pay the bills somehow. Well, you don't gotta pay them like that. At least that's the way I look at it. Because, if simply paying the bills was a good enough excuse, then I would still be selling drugs. Because it did definitely pay the bills very well. So did holding a sign that said crack don't grow on trees. Actually, that probably paid the bills better than selling. Did. I feel that. I don't like money, but I do have bills to pay. Otherwise, I would focus on just doing crazy ass art pieces all the time. In an attempt to make pieces that were always as insane as possible and always better than the last one. Someone mentioned this trick a little bit earlier. Files. Here's another place files come in handy. And it's something I'll do on all of these. When you have a wire that feels a little sharp, just run a file over it a little bit. It'll help it keep from catching on things. Alrighty. Okay, this is going to be a cool one. Good choice for the copper, I think. I think it'll really match the stone well. I'm sorry, Chris. I don't try to take all your money. Actually, it makes me... It's one of the reasons why I keep trying so hard to, like, all the free giveaways I'm doing, blatantly, I'm trying to get more people to come watch the sales stream. Why am I doing that? Because I don't want to put economic stress on the people who support me while I look for my dreams. Like, I want to keep in mind that... So I'm actually going to be doing a new set of giveaways here I've actually already recorded some of the videos. One of the next member giveaways is a $700 pendant. And one of the other giveaway videos is like $180 pendant. Actually, I think it's like $200 on my Etsy, but like I'm just trying to get more people to discover that, you know, I got them good gemstones at prices that are indicators that I've lost my damn mind. I figure once I get them here and all that, my product will do the rest. Vicky, this one's turning out good. Okay, for the sake of continuity here, yeah. There we go. That'll keep the back balanced. And the front fairly even. Vicky? Oh wow, we're up to 17 likes. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate that. Yeesh. I'm sorry, Vicky. I kind of know what it's like. Chronic pain sucks. I missed some things here. Nice, 33. I actually did something similar the last week, but I don't think I did that many that quickly. That was well played, sir. Well done. I look forward to seeing them. Yee. Daniel, that's no fun. Back problems are no bueno. Just be careful, Ken. I know from a bit of experience, stimulants can, well, humans need sleep. Vicky, I'm glad you approve. I see 14 people hanging out, but actually now I see 19 thumbs ups. Is it not close up enough? Little woven style wire wrap. Not a super complicated one. Which is actually, the elegance of this piece is in its this wrap design is in its simplicity. It really is. Does it work that well, huh? I might have to consider that. I'd be down to become part cyborg. I hope that works out well for you, man. Actually, I wouldn't mind hearing updates. I might ask you in the future. Alrighty, so we got that's a custom, and that's a custom. Oh, yeah. And then there's another one. Not bad. So far, we've got 3 of them from today that were picked up in today's stream. That's super interesting. You can use that, Vicky, you can use that design on a lot of different shapes of cabs. I haven't tried it on a square one yet, in all honesty. But I've been able to do it with pear shapes. Here's an example of it on a pear shape. It can actually look better on pairs in some situations, depending on the stone. Or ovals. I also think circles will work too, but I haven't gotten a chance. Okay, Iris. Appreciate you keeping I imagine you know what, Vicky? I'll play with it a little bit this week and see if I can't come up with a not so crazy design to do if you want. That way I can maybe do another one of these in the next week or two, and we can, yeah. Because I've been playing with designs in copper. Like, our giveaway this week, the big one, was a pendant, and then this one is another one. Copper's fun to mess with and learn new designs. Note takers, it's alright. I'll just snag one of these. Daniel, you have a good one. We'll catch you the next time. Be safe. I do my best, Chris. I do my best. Snag up another one. I place a reorder. Be the first time I've ever ordered just copper, but it does look good with a lot of stones. It's also the best for practicing or experimenting. I used to have a rule on complex prototypes, or like complex projects, where I would always make a prototype first. Like, Will would always get the prototype as well. Like a boss. Catch you later, Vicky. I haven't done one of those tree sculptures yet, but I've wanted to. I mean, I do them in pendants, but like I haven't done a complex just tree, and I want to. I really, really do. You should try doing wire again. It just takes a lot of practice. And also not getting stuck in the first thing that's easy. Like, if there was one piece of advice I'd give to people that I give most commonly when people ask, like, how to learn to do what I'm doing, it's always, like, once you've done something 2 or 3 times, find something else that you aren't quite sure that you're capable of doing and try it anyway. And then once you've got that down 2 or 3 times later, find something else. Really will help you expand your horizons. And it'll also possibly teach you that, like, you know, there's other things out there that are really fun and neat. Like, I didn't realize I would love stone setting as much as I really do. I don't get to do it half as much as I want to, but I don't enjoy the actual silversmithing as much as wire wrapping or the goldsmithing, but stone setting onto something like this, I freaking love. Sup, Opal Guy? Not too bad. How about yourself? Dead soft. When learning wire wrapping, I always suggest people to go with dead soft because it's a lot easier to harden wire than it is to soften it, especially thin wire. Matter of fact, I can show the process for how to harden wire for you real quick if you want to learn. Because it's like deceptively easy. So you get your piece of wire. You snag your wire. You take your nylons. And then you grip your nylons at an odd angle and pull through. And then flip your wire over and do it again. You do this a couple times. And you're at, like, you know, medium hard. Couple more times, it'll be like, excuse me, crazy hard. Although if you do it too much, it'll become brittle. But, like, this wire is now hard. Or, well, half hard. My do it till it crumbles. I don't think my nylons can survive that. They are already struggling. I might have goofed. I cut my wire too short, and I can see that. Instead of trying to force this cab to be the one, since I'm not currently in the middle of one of the custom orders, I'm gonna go grab a smaller cab real quick. There we go. I feel that it is way too hot to be outside doing outside stuff. That's better. Arches up. Hello, Cyber Picker. And kabam. Doing good today. How about yourself? Yeah, that'll work just fine. Oh, haven't heard from her in ever. I hope she's doing good. Look forward to checking that message after this. Chris? Chris, were you too busy eating the potato salad now? Got distracted? Yes, it is boxed up. Actually, it might get dropped tonight, even. I just got overwhelmed getting ready for this stream that I had planned. But right now, all it needs is a shipping label, and it will be on its way. Which you'll have the tracking here shortly after this stream. Ooh, chicken, man, you are rubbing it. I should have known better. Can't blame you for rubbing it in. I asked. I asked. I know. I would be too. You've got a glorious pendant on the way, plus a bunch of other goodies. Chris, you're telling that to the guy who has been subsisting off of basically nothing but oatmeal. I mean, I've had a little bit of other stuff, but not much, for a couple months. It sounds like a royal feast to me. Like, we're talking, in comparison, that's some 5-star gourmet going down right there, if you know what I mean. Oh, did I really make such a noob mistake? I did. I did. On the bright side, not impossible to come back from that one. Thankfully. Oh, it's all good. I'm part of it's by choice. Like, it's not just because I've been struggling economically. Like, it's better for me and I know it. And I really do like oatmeal. Okay, Papa, be safe. Although that is kind. I don't know if I should find that to be a joke or not. I really want to make a daddy joke. Oats, brown maple and sugar oatmeal with some using vanilla creamer and butter in it is pretty damn good. Papa just stepped out to get some lotto tickets and a pack of cigarettes. Not really. I just couldn't help it. It was too perfect of an opportunity for me to pass up. He'll be right back. I couldn't help it, Chris. Yeah, that's why you just swallow it. You don't even try chewing on it, Ken. You just swallow. You don't even need teeth to eat oats. It's nice. I mean, I'm not quite at that stage yet, but I know when I'm there, I've got a plan. Oatmeal, steel oats. I'm guessing. I may have misunderstood, but that was the. I'm thinking it's a reference to the hardness of steel, perhaps. Oh fuck! Yeah, it came to me. At least you're not hooked on Common Core. It could be worse. Apple Core all the way. Why, yes, Melissa. Oatmeal. It very well might be the answer to life. Or one of them. I'm actually seriously considering getting a 50-pound bag of rolled oats and just seeing how long that lasts. It might last me 6 months. But I eat like 5 little packages a day of it. So I'm figuring I'd probably be much better off to just order a year's worth or 6 months worth, or even if it only lasted a month, it's got to be cheaper that way. Get that, a bottle of good maple syrup, and some honey. I'm set. Nailed it. Ooh, that sounds good. Of food, I do not turn them away, for sure. Heck, Meow Meow's favorite cat treats I discovered because somebody sent me a box of them. Alrighty, we got another one done. How long have I been streaming? It's almost 3 hours. Damn. I'm almost curious as to, what time is it? 7? Alright, I've got the 3 custom ones that I did in the middle, or on there, and then 4 that I've been doing that were from my friend. This is probably the last one I do tonight, so if there's any last call, somebody wants to snag one of these tonight and watch me make it for them, well, I mean, if more than one person orders one right now, I'll do it. Like, you know, keep going. But otherwise, I'll just pick one and we'll do one more. wonder if that's actually... Damn. It's tiger's eye for reals? I mean, it looks like it, but it's just so well shiny. I don't know what these peachy ones are. They're pretty. One's kind of straw. I bought them all at the... I literally bought the entire tray at a rock hounding thing that was being done in town. And they were just selling off a bunch of stuff. And I was like, sure, I'll buy your whole tray of cabs for... I traded them a silver coin for said tray. Not sure. Lissa says the copper or the that tiger eye. Kind of agree. Especially if we don't got anyone wanting a custom tonight, I think we will do that one. This is super, like, it's just an interesting tiger's eye. Thank you for the 22 likes, by the way, today. I really appreciate that. I have a feeling I'm really gonna be ecstatic when I see the... Chris says, do it. 10-4? Might as well, since... Yeah, I think when I end the stream and I see the analytics from it, I'll probably be quite ecstatic about that. Well, unless somebody pops in and is like, I want one, this will be the last. Three and 4. And seriously, everyone, thank you for just hanging out. I appreciate it. I also greatly appreciate all of the orders tonight. Make sure we have a long enough piece for the bail. All right. You know, I can do rings. I've got a ring design that would be less than $10 a ring. Depending on as long as we're not using crazy beads. Heck. I bet I could use some of these amethyst ones at like 15 a ring. Perhaps like 12. Oh yeah, I do bracelets. If you get a chance, if you've got Instagram, the same @celestial_reach will work on or take you to my Instagram. I've got a bracelet that I just posted yesterday a video of. You should check that bracelet out. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I totally do bracelets. Actually, I'm doing a custom one right now. It's not in the room with me, but it's a pretty dope bracelet too. Oh, no social media? I'll put a short up. It'll be like 12-13 seconds, but just to show it. It's a pretty insane bracelet. I actually had a couple people ask me, like, you know, pricing on it, and they were shocked to find out that I wouldn't part with it for under 10K. But I put like 350 hours into that motherfucker. It ain't happening. The next one will be more badass. I can't see it. The icons are so small. I could. Give me a second. I gotta stand up and get it. Figure I might as well put on my ring while I'm wearing it. All right. Goes good with my ring. Yeah, I did alright. I've got to make a couple repairs, like it's missing a stone there I need to replace. Those fire agates are just amazing. I took a video of it out in the sun yesterday, and yeah, I tried. The people who were asking about it, I told them it would be better for them to pay me the same amount to make a new one, because honestly, I could do better for the same price. And I might just have a fire agate that's meant to be in one of these. I've been saving. I've got the materials except for the silver to do another. I want to. And then the ring that I wear, since it never sold. Oh, you're good. You're good. Oh, wow. Holy crap. I just got a bunch of messages all at once. Sorcery. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, I probably should show it off more. Because I would love to get the chance to make another one. Or, just hear me out, okay? You get a Rolex, a real one, not a knockoff. Because it's the type of watch that will last a long time. And build one of these around that bad baby. Hell yes. Like, it says it would be a watch that says, I love quality, but I hate your fucking conformity. Or, you know, it also could just say I do what I want. I thought they were gonna ban me from the Rolex Reddit because I was asking how to get a Rolex movement to make into a bracelet like that. Like, they lost their minds over that. God, just the idea that I would break up a Rolex to do something like that with it. I really love that ring. I love doing that style, and I want to do more of them. Oh yeah, no, they it was like I was talking some sort of heresy. Actually, I guess I get it. They see they see a Rolex, which is a manufactured item, as being like a specimen. Where many of us would see a specimen like this, and it would be a blasphemy to polish or cut it. You know, that's how they see Rolexes. Although I don't understand, because it's like, it's a manufactured thing. There's 100,000 that are exactly like it. Like, you know, what's the big deal if I take one of them apart? It just makes yours more valuable. Mm. It's not like it's an Astronomia or something that was like lovingly created by somebody, I'd like to say like me, but honestly I couldn't make something close to an Astronomia. But I want to. Okay, first I probably want to work out. I want to do something even more epic than that bracelet. I want to do a bracer that's wire wrapped. But that, I would need somebody to send me like a kilo of silver at the minimum. And half of that silver be in wire. Or a heady crown would be cool as hell too. I've done a tiara. That was fun. And I wouldn't mind doing another, but that took a lot. Teco got hooked up who bought that too. Young lady got that tiara for $1,000. Thing was worth $2,500 easily. So the smile when she got it, I couldn't even like grouch that I was selling it so cheap because she was just beaming. It was so awesome. I hope it still gives her a level of happiness like that, because that makes it so worth it. Alrighty, Yes, you do. Well, how you doing, buddy? You feeling better? And yes, Chris, you absolutely need a tiara. Hit me up. I'll make it for you. Yep. Yes, I have. It was a good stream. Made a couple custom pendants for people. Hung out. We're getting a lot closer to that 4,000 watch hour mark. Getting a lot closer. Today's stream was pretty much a win, I would say. I agree with Jackie. Chris, you definitely should have a tiara. Another cool thing that I've made is lighter cases. It was a really dope tiara. I know I put a video up showing said tiara at some point was it last year? Or was it the year before that? I think it was the year before that. Look at the fall of 2022 in my videos. Yeah, you might see it up there. And I went pretty relaxed on that tiara because I didn't want to make something that wouldn't sell because it was $10,000. I could do so much better. Although that tiara really was a great tiara. Yes, you do, Ken. Yes, you do. I wholeheartedly agree. Or just a crown, whatever you... You put enough time into it, you can learn to make one. It might take you a year, but you could do it. It's just setting aside the time every day or a couple times a week, putting in the practice and continuously planning and working on it. So I started this at the end of my first year, I believe. It took me a full year to finish this project. I did this to test if I was... how I was doing. I picked the most awesome thing, the guy I learned heady wire wrapping from, had made up until that point in the 12 years he had been rapping the most ambitious project I could, and I went for it. You can do it. Put some love into yourself. Like, you know, you're worth it. You're totally worth it. It might fit. No. It would be a badass choker. Oh, now you're rubbing it in. And yes, I was wondering, but still. Boom! Dang, we up to 24 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. That is what I said too. Oh man. Alright, so we got the 3 that I made custom for the amazing people hanging out here. Got those 5 that are just kinda stock or going to someone's table. I don't know if that's a great idea. Well, as long as it's not potato salad. That one turned out good, indeed. Got some good ones. Well, if no one's wanting to snag one of these in a custom, I think I'll call it a night. I'm hurting a bit from streaming like this so long. It's hard to stay in frame. It puts my body in a really painful position. Otherwise, I'd just keep going because I'm having a great time, but rectangle by the middle, kind of orange. This one? What's your ring size? And no, nothing's too big to be put in a ring. Is it too big to reasonably wear as a ring? That might be another question. However, I doubt it. $13? No. That wouldn't even be impractical. About the same. That be about the same. Welcome back. It's all good, Iris. We're getting close to being towards the end there. That's it, Chris. It's really up to each and every person. Actually, so a ring band with similar design elements as this one, leading up to a type of bezel setting on this, could look really cool. And it wouldn't be that much, like, because this is a size 11.5. I'd say it's totally doable. Meow. Please do. I will happily set it aside. I'll put your name on it, and we can figure that out. Someday, guys. Someday I will have a segment on once a week that just I will outdo these people. I am going to outdo them. Hell yes. It's all about being true to yourself. That's the important thing. Anyway, everyone, if there's one person who could hit that just to get me to 25, who hasn't done so already, I really appreciate it, but I understand if y'all done it already. We're pretty high up already on that, so the analytics are probably gonna make me super happy once I end the stream. I really appreciate each and one of you amazing people who have hung out. It was a great time. I mean, I do in some aspects, such as honesty and integrity. And design, maybe artistic expression. I just don't manage to sell very many $10,000 items. Fuck. And I'm not quite that good at a traditional stone setting yet. Someday I'll get there. In every way that matters. True enough. True enough. I watch them to inspire me to continue to get to higher, greater heights. Oh, we hit that 25 mark. Thank y'all. I really appreciate hanging out with y'all tonight. It was amazing. I had a blast. Oh, it ain't my yardstick, but it would make my life a lot. If I could sell one piece like that a month, I could do nothing but make stuff like this all day long. It would be amazing. Or if I could sell one of these once every few months, hell yes. Y'all have a good one. Ken, great idea. Y'all take care of yourselves. And we will see y'all Friday, hopefully, so we can do the stone setting on this opal and moissanite pendant. I look forward to seeing y'all there. Y'all take it easy. Be safe. We'll catch you the next time. Check out these analytics. Wait. Stream? Yes. There we go. Yes. Have a good one.